Archer bullseyes from last week, our middle school student council meeting reminders, and some basketball makeup dates. Let's get started. Archer's Live starts right now.
Today we have Tegan, Liam, and Eliana from Mrs. Stas's class to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will you please stand?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start today with our Archer bullseyes from last week. Mrs. Altick gives one to Brady Hatlevig and Caleb Wilson. She says Brady and Caleb are the best FTAs. They do a great job of putting away deliveries and filling up the drink coolers. They go above and beyond and help keep inventory of what is needed.
Danica gives an Archer bullseye to Mrs. Mabus for being a good teacher.
Bryce Scholl gives an Archer bullseye to Nathan Zibb for being nice to everyone.
Mrs. Newell also sends an Archer bullseye to Nathan Zibb for always being polite with a "Have a good day, Mrs. Newell."
Mrs. Recker sends an Archer bullseye to the 95% of her 5th grade math students who significantly raised their scores on the most recent STAR math test. Great work, 5th graders.
Mrs. Lillemon sends an Archer bullseye to Madison Peters and Ellie Klimp. Madison stays after school to help pick up shares, and Ellie helps organize the class library.
Mr. Zuber sends an Archer bullseye to Mr. Sisson and the academic boosters for purchasing and maintaining the Keurig machines in the workrooms. We all appreciate having them.
C.J. Eaton gives an Archer bullseye to Mrs. Recker and Mr. Billman. Mrs. Recker for always being kind and helping others when they need it, and Mr. Billman for letting him have the ability to help the basketball team.
Mr. Measley gives an Archer bullseye to Zach Lockhart for showing a new student in class how to access teacher web pages, Google Classroom, and other relevant school sites.
Mrs. Runk sends an Archer bullseye to Brendan Weidenhammer. Brendan is always very nice and polite to her. When he feels that someone has done something nice to him, he always acknowledges it and goes out of his way to show his appreciation.
And last, Counselor Hammer sends an Archer bullseye to Cohen, Reed, Caleb, and Devin in the 7th grade for helping her move chairs for the Vantage presentation. Thank you for stepping up and taking time out of your study hall to help. Also, thank you sophomores for being respectful and attentive during the Vantage presentation. Your behavior has applauded by both of our guests.
Remember, Archer bullseyes must be submitted by 11 o'clock each Friday. Go to the school's website and click Shout Out in the top right corner.
Congrats to 7th grader David Puckett, who was named the Middle School Student of the Week last Friday. David demonstrated the Archer Way even before we implemented the Archer Way. Way to go, David.
On the lunch menu for today, we are having a breaded chicken or grilled chicken sandwich, carrots with dip, and orange and milk or salad bar. That is a change from the original menu.
And we have a menu change for tomorrow as well. We will have Salisbury steak, green bean casserole, and mixed fruit.
On the schedule for today, it is recycling day, so please place your bins outside your doors at this time.
For sports events this evening, junior high boys basketball is home with Wayne Trace at 5, and our freshman boys have a game at Ayersville at the same time. And our varsity girls travel to Continental for a 6 o'clock game. Good luck to all of those teams.
For the last few weeks, 5th graders in an anti-bullying group have been sharing inspirational quotes with you on Fridays. We're going to move those to the beginning of our week from now on. Here's 5th grader Nicole with your inspirational quote for this week.
Good morning, Archers. Here is your inspirational quote for the week. Be kind whenever possible. It's always possible. Have a great week. Back to you, Blake and Alyssa.
Thanks, Nicole. In student council news, Mrs. Reyes will be holding student council meetings in her room during AA this week. Here's that schedule. 8th grade today, 7th grade Wednesday, 6th grade Thursday, and 9th grade Friday.
From the athletic department, please make note of the following makeup games. The JV varsity boys basketball game at Lincoln View will be made up on February 11th at 6 o'clock, and the junior high girls GMC tourney at Wayne Trace will start on this Saturday, January 26th.
And last, this week's Athletes of the Week are Jayvin Landers for boys basketball, Kendall Miller for girls basketball, Mia Altimus for cheerleading, and Hayden Wagner for wrestling. You guys can pick up your certificates in the high school office.
With that, we're done for the day. We hope you get your short week off to a good start. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.